That song's called Boys in the Street, and my friends run this organisation called Everyone is Gay, and every year they do this compilation album where they ask friends to write songs for it. So that was where the inspiration came from. They just asked me to write this song for them. And yeah, it's just a story about a father and son. The father won't accept his son's sexuality, and this whole story between them, between their lives. And there's no bad guy or good guy. It's just like a story, you know. It wasn't meant to be pointing a finger at anybody for any other reason. It was just a story, really. I've always liked writing songs from different people's perspectives, but I mean, I took a lot of that from my relationship with my stepfather, which wasn't great. So it was easy for me to tap into that when I wrote that song.
When I was younger, my daddy told me I would never amount to nothing special. He'd come at me from every angle. He'd say, you're the last thing I wanted, the last thing I need. How am I gonna answer when my friends tell me my son was kissing boys in the street? My son was kissing boys in the street. He tried to change me, say I'm embarrassing my country. How could I do this to my family? Do I want to grow up being lonely? He'd say, we've worked for our money, we've put you in school. Is this how you repay us? Do you think this is cool, my son? Stop kissing boys in the street. My son, stop kissing boys in the street. Now that I'm older, my daddy's heart's a little warmer, but he still won't hug me like my brother, and he still won't kiss me like my mother. He'd say, you were part of this family, I made you myself, but the way that you act isn't good for your health, my son. Stop kissing boys in the street. My son, stop kissing boys in the street. My daddy's dying, he's finally realized I'm not lying. We sit in silence but we're smiling, because for once we are not fighting. He'd say, there was no way of knowing, 'cause all I was taught is men only love women. But now I'm not sure, my son. Keep kissing boys in the street. My son, keep kissing boys in the street. When I'm gone, keep kissing boys in the street.
Well, at the end of the song, I think the father kind of realizes that he'd been very narrow-minded and been very judgmental of his son and not very accepting. So I think there's this moment at the end where the father is kind of apologizing and telling his son that he loves him and the son is grateful, and yeah, happy ending. There you go. See.